Okay. Well, I'm either gonna blame moving or what do we talk about? I'm gonna blame moving or a Windows update. I don't know. Both have probably happened. It's been like 2 months, right? So let's run it back. Snowda, Kiz, Sparky, Kara, Data. How are you guys all doing? Senor 89 months, not 81 months. Doctor 73 months. Those are some big freaking resubs. And it's hard to argue. I think Luis's is the nicest of them all. 69 months. Thank you very, very kindly. Welcome back. I hope you all continue to enjoy your faces. So a couple of things. This banner up top, this is experimental. So it's supposed to be that ads run, and then when ads end, this disappears. But right now, that's not seeming to be the case. So I don't know if that's because of it being off or how it's gonna go. Maximo, welcome back. But we are going to be, so I think we're just gonna end up sitting here talking for a bit, which is completely fine. Lighting is real nice. Yeah, so I had to upgrade the lighting. I got the room at the new house. Okay, apparently I'm just gonna have to, like run it all the way back. So I moved. So let's see. I went on vacation and then came back from vacation, and like a week later, we got subs coming in. Kiz, welcome back for 6 months. Maximo, thank you very much for the sub. You guys are too kind. It's a very, very warm welcome. Obviously, there's always a bit of yeah. As you can tell, my brain is a bit scrambled. It is. I'm just gonna manually take that off. Been a minute since we streamed, but yeah. So went on vacation, came back, and like a week later, my wife's grandmother passed away. So we were traveling for that, and then more gifted subs. Level 3 hype train. Anonymous gifter, thank you very much. I probably have to turn on this backlight. It doesn't really do anything other than light up the faces a little bit. If we hold the faces back here, there's light. There's no light up past the monitors. But yeah, so wife's grandmother passed away, and then while we were up visiting, for the all the processions and stuff with that, we went and took a look at a house. And then we bought the house, and then and we sold our house, and then like a month later we moved, and so we've been in a new house for 2 weeks. So that leads me to the lighting. Obviously the very important part out of all of that. There's just like an overhead light, and that was not enough for the green screen. It was actually like pretty atrocious otherwise. So yeah, bought some softbox lights or whatever, that people. I'm definitely reading this privacy policy. I'm just like a quick speed reader. Wow, that's crazy. All that information in those paragraphs there. Absolutely wild. Yeah, so we've been it's been a whirlwind couple of months. Skyline gifting a sub to Kara. It's going on, Skyline? Thank you very, very much. Cara, I hope that you continue to, or you enjoy your faces once more. So yeah, it's been a lot going on. So yeah, I bought those. Very subtle difference that people probably aren't really going to notice. I did update my capture card, so it is less washed. I had a capture card from like 2016. I mean, I bought it in probably bought it in 2017 or so, and I don't know how old that model was, but it was doing, I think, 720p 60 at best. So now we've got 1080, and the color profile is a little bit better, so the game should look a little bit less washed out. But yeah, so in the process of everything, like, I decided it was probably a good idea to try and, like, I don't know, revisit some stuff in terms of, like, stream quality and things. That's not bad for 2 months off. Let me move me in a little bit so that I'm back in, like, the old spot. Not even 4K? No, not 4K. I mean, it has 4K, but I can't stream in 4K, so there we go. That's more like it. Into the AV1 self-encoding stuff, I haven't. I did notice though, I like pulled up the stream just as an afterthought, and I did notice that I don't have any transcoding options, so that's probably a product of having not played in a minute. Or not streamed in a minute. I mean, they don't care about that. Let me fix my camera just a touch here. There we go. Don't like the top of my head being cut off. But yeah, so I am trying to think. So we're now, my son's bedroom is next door, so I have to try and keep the talking reined in, or else suffer the consequences. Trying to think what else. Yeah, definitely just big thing is trying to make changes, like some subtle changes with the stream. So like the lighting was out of necessity. I upgraded the graphics card or the capture card because I just felt it was time to do that. You know, I like having the quality of it be a little bit nicer. Thank you guys for the level 3 hype train, by the way. I really do appreciate that. There's obviously tons of, like, paranoia, I guess, coming back. You just never quite know, like, what's gonna, you know, you go away for 2 months, who's gonna show up, and apparently everybody's gonna show up, and that's about the coolest thing that could happen. So big shout out to all of y'all. But yeah, been definitely trying to, like, upgrade something. You can leave. I mean, you can, technically speaking. There is nothing stopping you from doing that. But I'm just trying to mess with some things. So I installed StreamerBot to try and use for multi-chat stuff, but also trying to mess with some stuff with ads. So for a very long time, I've been fully anti-mid-rolls. Or anti-mid-rolls, and so I've just been having it as pre-rolls, and then that's it. But after, like, just reconsidering and, like, taking a look at some different things, listening to some different people, trying to give the no pre-rolls a chance, which means I'm gonna try and roll mid-roll ads, but I think golf kind of lends itself to it. So just gonna try in every 45 minutes to an hour or so. Just take a little bit of a break. Run some ads, take it, like, make it so that nobody's missing anything. But yeah, just kind of as an experiment to see. Because it's definitely not a fun experience for anybody trying to check out a stream for the first time. Screw pre-roll ads, right, so that's where I'm going with it. What's going on, Raffles? Family is doing well. We are relocated. We are in a new house. Things are going well, just getting settled in. Tend to increase when you don't have, and that's the hope. Because like I've always kind of lived by it. I like it that if I'm watching a stream, you know, and I'm probably the atypical viewer, right? If I watch a stream, I'm probably gonna sit down and watch a stream for an hour plus. But I think the average viewer probably watches about 30 minutes. And so the pre-rolls, like the mid-rolls, aren't gonna, on average, happen during that 30-minute window. And just like when you have people coming into your stream for the first time, the last thing that you really want to do is turn them away. Because like, I don't know you. Why would I sit through minutes of ads just to check something out for the first time? Hey, what's going on, Croaks? Someone really into Twitch Sphere and has been around for the last decade? Disabling pre-rolls by running mids is the right way. Pre-rolls, yeah, and that... Yeah, Croaks, and like, I come from not quite a decade, but I started streaming like 8.5 years ago, and so, you know, back then, ads weren't as much of a thing. If you had Prime, you didn't get ads for a while there. You know, it was just kind of a very different world. You just streamed and streamed and streamed, and now it's a lot different. But I think that golf lends itself well to having those built-in breaks. 30 minutes with no ads is the best experience for a first-time viewer. Gives them enough time to... Right, so right now, I'm giving myself some buffer. In my head, I'm trying to kind of go based on like how long it typically takes me to play like a round of golf. Let's just play some CC while we chat. So, you know, I put it on like 3 minutes of ads every 45 minutes. That way it gives me a little bit of buffer to be able to postpone if like a round or something is going on and still try and take the little bit. I know they tout the like 55% versus 30% ad. I'm like, if I'm gonna run ads, I mean, you may as well try and get a couple extra pennies out of it, I guess. I don't know. But I do think that it should be good in the general sense, because you figure too, the people that watch the most probably end up subbing, and so overall the amount of ad watch on average, you know, probably gets pretty balanced out. Yeah, Croaks, like that's really where I'm at with it. Is I've been for so long of like, I like to just sit and watch for 3 hours, 4 hours, 5, whatever, like while I work, and not have a single ad roll, even if I'm not subbed. But that's not a realistic thing. On average, people are gonna watch 25, 30 minutes. And not all of them are gonna be subs, so like, overall it is going to be more beneficial to run the ads. And I think with golf, like we have rounds of golf, right? So like, I can stop before the next round, before the competitive round, roll ads, so people coming in during the round aren't going to see a single ad. Playing Plat tonight? Yeah, man, 2 months off, just straight into Plat. 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 2 months off, the way to go, right? Do capture card? Yeah. The color, it's just not as washed. So we'll see how the gameplay is. I mean, the gameplay has nothing to do with the capture card, of course, but... Hey, what's going on, Gatito? How are you doing? Yeah, I'm not gonna worry too much about the reads and getting super worm cammy with it. We're just gonna try and take it easy. Let's just leave it there. First round of golf in 2 months. We're gonna sink a 19-footer to start. But yeah, so subtle upgrades. I think this looks a little bit better. I don't look any better, but the lighting is better. Yeah. You can light the ugly a little bit. That's a little bit fast and a little bit pulley. That's going straight in the bunker. So yeah, I do appreciate that everybody's very receptive to the change on ads, because that was something that I guess I was a little bit concerned about, because it's so different than how I've treated things in the past. But I think that's just kind of I don't know. I think that's just the way things are these days. That was a bad swing. Layup. That's an intentional layup. Why does my YouTube appear as Zekolbster? What dost thou meanest by that? Where is my YouTube name wrong? Also, Joshua. Howdy, hey. Thank you very much for the raid. Welcome on in, everybody, from Joshua's stream. My name's Colby, and I am trying to remember how to stream on the internet. I hope you're doing well. I hope you remember how to stream on the internet. We're just playing some CC. Oh, I see that now, Kara. That is good question. I wonder if something... Did I fix it? I think it like put on, yeah, there we go. It put on a nickname. I don't know how that happened. But thanks for the heads up. Thank you. Alright, cool. So I have so many windows open. Yeah, no, I don't know what happened. For some reason that setting got activated, and I'm not entirely certain what would cause that. Alright, I'm not gonna do any sort of backspin. The slow does not help. That does work. Yeah, thank you for the heads up, Kara. I really don't know. Something must have triggered on that end. Played the Convergence mod for Elden Ring, added some Storm Sorceries. Stagger Lock regular enemy. I still haven't beaten the DLC. I may or may not have gotten to what I think is the final boss of the DLC, and then went on vacation and haven't had time to play it since. I know some people have been following along with the YouTube playthrough. You're gonna have to bear with me. It might be a while until that's done. Not playing on vacation. Yeah, I just didn't haul my desktop to Hawaii. Shame on me. Shame. They nerfed the final boss? Okay, well that should be helpful then. Finish it before the end of the year. I just have to find some time. I've been in such a, like, not funk, but definitely trying to find the balance of, like, wanting to stream and, you know, make content, and also just how long it actually takes to, if you're gonna record stuff on top of streaming and then, you know, edit it or do anything like that. You know, because ideally can edit the content and make better videos, but it's also a question of, like, how much does that editing actually help? Because, like, I don't know, with those Elden Ring videos, like, I tried to do it in a way that I edited out some of it, trim them down, make them a little bit more reasonable in terms of, you know, not watching every single death and all of that, but it's like the return on invest is non-existent. Do we wanna... I think you can probably take the 9 up in this. Still got it. Except for the part where it doesn't come back. I guess some things never change. I guess some things just never change. Ha! Hess back! Hess back indeed! Do say! Welcome back for 79 months. There have been some big time resubscriptions this evening. Greatly, greatly appreciate it. How we doing, Deuce? Oh man. Oh, so I will say the one thing about all of the like changes and new stuff with the setup, I did one kind of subtle thing it's subtle for you guys, very big change for me. So I switched what monitor my game is on and what monitor all of my other stuff is on, because I wanted it to be that when I'm looking at the game, I'm looking towards the game on the stream, and when I'm looking at chat, I'm looking off, and then the camera's in the middle, so I'm never just staring at it unless I want to break the fourth wall. But in doing so, I don't know, just kind of undoing, like, what I started streaming twice. It's coming up on like 8 years worth of everything being the other direction. See a tattoo? No. I have a watch. I'm looking at the wrong way for chat since you have left side chat. I have chat right side, left monitor. Green screen glitching. AF anything. There's also, if I get a little bit too close to the light, my baldness starts to reflect. Yeah, I mean, the green screen setup is definitely not perfect, but I would say that it's probably the best that it's ever been. Because I've been getting by with... Oh, and that's what I get for not actually looking at the putt. But I've been getting by with like the shoddiest, weirdest lighting setups for a long time. Because I think I got the green screen... Got the green screen a few years into streaming. Hey. Please hold. I'll be right back. My wife and son just got home. I'm already trying to get out of here. Well, now's the real test because I've been home by myself streaming for the past half hour, and now my son, like I said, his room is like right next door. So yeah, this is gonna be the real test of, I guess, general feasibility. So yeah, here's hoping we don't do any waking of the child. Gotta try and keep my voice in check. Oh, that's a terrible swing. ASMR? I don't think there's anything. I mean, I guess it's always personal opinion, but I don't think there's anything about my voice that's ASMR. But I suppose that's probably how most people feel about their own voices. Come on back. I'm actually surprised that went as much to the side in the beginning as it did. Goodbye. Yeah, I notoriously, and I don't know if it would be different. It probably would be different if I like took the headphones off, but then I couldn't hear the game, obviously. But like that's definitely always one of those semi-problematic things, is the headphones go on, and then I just lose most of my ability to determine how loud I actually am, because it's always like voice relative to what you hear back with the headphones covering your ears. Alright, getting a couple of slows in there, but I don't think we can really be too concerned with the inputs that we have. I think this first little bit back is just going to be getting back into the swing of streaming. Like, I don't think that the golf really matters for any reasonable amount of time. I think it's just getting back into the swing of actually streaming and like making sure that I am covering all of my bases and, you know, doing things properly. I do hate the fact that I'm like stuck on higher stream quality on Twitch, so hopefully people aren't having any issues with that, but that's something that I'll have to look out for the next time. Which should stream again tomorrow, I think. And then not gonna stream on Thanksgiving. But should be back tomorrow night. We'll just play some more golf, kind of get back into the swing haha of things. And then we'll go from there. What's going on, Busey? How are you doing? Good evening. I'm starting to kind of get some ideas, I guess, about potentially some things that I might want to do come next game and like that sort of thing, but generally hard to, you know, this far into the game cycle really have an idea of what to do other than what we've been doing, which I don't think is the worst thing. Like, I think we'll just chill, we'll play some golf, we'll try and get back into some TGC stuff, and then, you know, as time goes on, we'll work things out. Gonna be watching football, nothing to do with spending time with the family. Yeah, nothing to do with the fact that drive 2 hours for Thanksgiving with family. Will there be some watching of football? Sure. But, yeah, no, definitely just not gonna be home. This should carry, right? I do remember how this game works. Alright, cool. Cool. Alright, so about halfway through this, so I'm gonna snooze out the next ad break. This is gonna be the big thing to like try and keep up with, is where the ad's at relative to things, but I think as we go with it, we'll start to get into a good rhythm. So while we're uphill and into wind, it's always kind of catching you out here. I don't think I really want to try and squeeze, so let's take a little bit off the gap here. It's definitely an interesting thing trying to like remember like what inputs feel like. Like, I don't know how we managed to hit perfect on like the very first input, but yeah, definitely relying on a ton of muscle memory, but certainly no confidence, I guess, is probably the best way to describe it. Like when I'm going to swing, because every once in a while those big slows come out. I will say one really big difference that's going to happen, so I'm probably going to end up being very warm for streams because now I have these two big lights that are just pumping right next to me. So I'm thinking that I'm probably going to almost need to be, even through the winter here, streaming in like shorts and a t-shirt, or else I'm gonna get a little bit uncomfortable. Oh, I overshot that a little bit. Okay. Go to the big loading screen in the sky. Big loading screen in the sky. Not gonna lie, Doctor, I don't know that my brain is comprehending what exactly that means. Also, I apologize if you guys hear my son screaming. What?
Is that picking up on the mic?
I don't know if it is. If you guys hear my son screaming, we about a week ago, we stopped with the
Oh,
pacifier.
it is warm in
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, I was just saying, I think I might end up streaming in shorts and a t-shirt through the winter because these lights put off heat. Yeah. Yeah.
Hello, everyone.
Pringle's so big, he's as big as he's always been. He didn't get fat over the last 2 months, right? You didn't get fat. You're not a fat cat. Just old. Not really old. What is he, 7 and change?
Mm-hmm.
Coming up on 8. Yeah? Hey, hi, Pringu.
I haven't seen him in forever. Yeah, he doesn't really make an appearance much. He's also been offline for a minute.
Largely banished from all streaming rooms because, oh, I don't know, tons of cords and equipment.
It's been an actual lifetime since we last saw him.
I mean, one of the cat's 9 lives since he last saw him, probably. Get in there, Casey.
I don't hear him.
Welcome back. Thank you for the bits.
Can't hear you. Do that.
I think he's implying that he's got the stream on mute, not that he can't hear me,
How can
because
you
everybody else can.
Right. I'm just getting feisty.
As far as I can tell, that is. Oh, I took way too much off of that. Say bye, Pringle. Oh, he's gonna bite your face. Don't put him near me, he's gonna bite my face. I don't need a face biting. What do you think of the stream
I'm
quality?
just really bad. Ow!
You think the stream looks better now?
I think your lip is better. You look like a legit.
We're lit, fam.
You look
Confirmed.
like a legit gamer now. Ow! Stop!
I'm not a legit gamer though. I have an office chair. I don't have a gamer chair. Can you stop trying to get away? Stop trying to eat my thumb. Cat.
I was about to say Pring wasn't gone for the chin bite. No. He's thinking about it.
We're getting there.
He's really not allowed in this room.
No.
I think he's asleep, but he's also probably overtired. I took our son to a Christmas lights display. Drive-through Christmas thing. Big fan. Way overstimulated though. He met Santa, he didn't cry. I think several kids in front of him cried.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, big scream. Santa gave him a lollipop and he was really excited.
Until mom said you can't
Until
have
I
the
said,
lollipop
you
till
can't have
tomorrow.
that till tomorrow because it's 7:30 or like 7 o'clock at night. What is that?
We run ads here now.
Oh,
So I'm snoozing them so that I can get through this round.
interesting. Alright. Oh my goodness, he's going crazy. Just pop in and say hi.
Say bye,
I
cat.
can't.
What?
I can't.
realized that when I left the room that I
How do you know how to do fans? I'd be crying.
because the fan is gonna make noise on just a little buzz. Yeah, it's
I think it's at least 80 degrees.
I know, and it's 38 outside.
Do you want me to do that?
It's fine. Yeah, it's like 68 in the house. When you step out into the hallway, it is an entirely different temperature because this room is closed all day. So the heat, as the house tries to heat up, the heat just stays in this room relative to the rest of the house, which is real nice, except then when you turn these lights on and it gets even hotter. That's a little bit slow. That's not too bad though. Yeah, so like this room is like comfortable during the day and warmer than the rest of the house, and then turn on to, I forget how many watt lights they are. They're like 70 watt bulbs or something, but they're like these giant oval bulbs, or like, I guess not oval, but like cylindrical. They freaking put off a ton of heat. I hit that a little bit too short, eh? Okay. I mean, I know it's CC, but hey, 8 under through 12? After not playing for months, I think we've got to be pretty okay with that. I feel like the swing's in a decentish spot. I mean, obviously it's not going to be anything for competitive plat, but that is a-okay. I also think for the first little bit, oh, apparently my wife texted me giving me a heads up asking if I could time a stream break when they got home. Didn't see the text until now. Oops. Alright, let's see if this cuts through. I like that. It's tracking. Oh yes. Sometimes you still have the touch. I thought she was texting me though, telling me that I like woke our son up already or something to that effect, and I was like, oh man. Have I really butchered it so? It's a nice swing, I just can't remember how much the wind plays. That'll work. That will work indeed. Put a little bit too much pace on it. Honestly, that's the right line though. Which may be the key to reading putts a little bit better has been the time away from the game, or maybe it's probably just these greens in particular are a little bit easier for me to comprehend. 267, where are we even at on this? Yeah, I think you give this a little bit here and you cover just fine. Oh, that's a little bit fast. A little bit swing happy with that one. Mr. Skylord, what's going on, man? Welcome back, welcome back. Hope all is well with you. That might be too fast. Oh no. I want that to be just a little bit fast. I don't need that to be anything too crazy. I'm doing well, man. Life's been a bit chaotic, but we bought a new house and we're all moved, and so now things are definitely starting to slow down and settle down. Yeah, Busey, the Canadian Thanksgiving runs a little bit early. Yeah, it'll be nice to get some time off for sure. Did I cut that through too much? Yeah, some of these shots I'm playing just a little bit more on the feel side than I normally do. I'm a different man. New house, new putter, I guess. Seems to be the case. It's a little bit fast, but I don't think that's going to be a bad thing. Oh yeah, that's going to be beautiful. But yeah, Skylord, so we, in the course of we put an offer on a house on a Monday and had our house on the market by Wednesday and had it under contract by Saturday. And then we moved a month later. So, needless to say, life has been, yeah, going kind of fast. Yeah. There's certainly been a lot going on. But now we're in the new house. We had movers, so that definitely helped with getting settled in a little bit quicker. You know, because we were able to have a few rooms unpacked and ready to go while they were, you know, moving more things in, putting furniture together and all that. Get in there. Alright, we'll take it. Was that 14 under first round? I mean, obviously you got guys who have been playing consistently, but 2 months off, 14 under, missed an easy one. Good stuff. Still got it. And in a twist of fate, we sunk a bunch of putts. I mean, let's take a look at this here. Proximity, not bad, but I mean, yeah, 5 of 8. Black Myth Wukong, I missed that one, Busey. I saw that it came out. I saw people talk about it. I just haven't. I mean, outside of the stuff that you guys see on stream, like, I just have not really played much for games. I mean, I tried to play some Elden Ring. I'm still working on the DLC for that. It's been like a month since I've played it. Trying to get back to everything though. Okay, so we are trying some new stuff out. So I mentioned it earlier. For those that missed it, we're gonna be doing mid-roll ads now to help with just trying to clear out pre-roll ads for new folks coming in. So in a few seconds here, ads are gonna roll, and we're just gonna kind of chill here and wait for ads to play so nobody misses anything. Now it says ads starting soon, so this is like the part that I don't know. Ads should be starting for people. I don't want anybody to miss anything, so we're just kind of like waiting to see. Okay, so that triggered. So if this pops up, everybody knows what's going on. But the real question then is, like, when ads end, that's supposed to go away. So while this plays, I'm gonna BRB real quick, and we'll reconvene in like 2.5 minutes. Alright, so this is gonna be the real test, is if this thing auto goes away. If it doesn't auto go away, then I'm gonna have to try and figure something out. Because ads in progress, it says ads not in progress anymore, but this is still on my screen, so it's supposed to be, oh, why is, okay, that's why. Because the wrong event is hooked up. Alright, well that'll be easy enough to fix. So we've got OBS source. The source shouldn't be spot. I don't know why that should be the ad break. Okay, so that should work next time. So I'm gonna trigger that manually. That should fix that. Cool. Okay. Okay. Yeah, let's play another round. Maybe we try out one of the other courses. Let's go and see what's on for like elite maybe. jump up in difficulty quite a bit. See what's going on here. But that makes sense. So like I'm using, this is more for the nerdy side of things, but I'm using StreamerBot, which allows you to have like different actions and stuff set up. So I have a scene ad break, then after the ad break timer is done, it's supposed to trigger this end action and switch it back, but for whatever reason that was set up to Spotify, so the ads would trigger, the ad thing would come up properly, and then Spotify would hide. Which doesn't make any sense whatsoever, but that's what it was doing. I don't really know how it got botched like that. I must have misclicked it. I thought I had it set up properly though. Yo, what's going on, Hurt? How are you doing, dude? Good to see you. Welcome back, welcome back. I guess it is more just a welcome back for me, but definitely a welcome back for everybody. It's been pretty, oh, look at that. We're just gonna pull one mega fast. That is OB as heck. Nice. Dad life treat me well, man. Holy cow, do kids grow up fast? Like, you know that they grow up fast, but like it's crazy to watch it happen before your eyes, and like how smart kids are and stuff. Or at least how smart my kid seems to be. Like he's starting, like words are starting to get strung together and like multiple syllables. I think he said like cucumber for the first time, which I know sounds, it's the word cucumber, but like kid's not even 20 months and we're getting 3 syllables to start. It's like, okay, slow down please. Jay Fields, thank you very much for the follow. Can't go backwards, get older and look back at all of it. I know, it's like next thing I know, he's gonna be potty trained, we're gonna have a second kid, like, and then next thing you know, you have another kid and that kid's starting kindergarten, and it's like milestone after milestone, because then all of a sudden you're spreading it out between multiple kids. Like, it's awesome, but at the same time, it's like, holy cow. Like, it all just... It changes so slowly and so quickly all at the same time, if that makes sense. Like, I mean, I guess it does, but... You know, day to day, it's like, what do they say? The days are long, but the months are fast, or something to that extent. Chi-Town Mobster, get in there. Back-to-back follows, appreciate it. Just picked up your daughter at college to come home a few days at Thanksgiving. Heard that from a friend, Van. Yeah, it's gonna be... Yeah. You look forward like a couple days or a year or two, and next thing you know, it's been 20 something years, kids are in college. Like, I'm not prepared for it, because it's like, even without kids, like, to, you know, he's not even 2 yet, but just to like look back and think, like, you know, I think it was last summer or something was like our high school 10-year graduation, and I've been out of college for like 8 years now. Like, it's like all the little things, like, you don't feel that far removed from certain things until all of a sudden it somehow gets put in perspective and you're like, whoa, where did the time go? And then like kids just kind of accelerate all of that. Like, it's really cool and also really scary all at the same time. We almost LV'd on our second round back. We almost undid it. That would have been something. That there would have been something. We've got reads, man. We've got reads. I don't know if it's like something IRL putting sites are like starting to hit or something, but we're making some putts tonight. It's weird. It's real weird. Also, during the short little break, it's so warm in the room. I opened up the window for like a minute and a half, 2 minutes to try and get some of the sub 40 degree air in. I think that might just start being a normal thing to keep the temperature of this room in check. I'm gonna try and run the sandwich up there. I don't know if that's a mistake. The fast is not great. I mean, honestly, it wasn't a terrible idea. It just didn't really go. Nope, not old at all. Yeah, I keep trying to tell myself, Vandy, that I'm not old, and then like I look and I'm like, oh, look at all of this balding. Like caught in this weird crisis where like I'm 29 and I have this, so like not old, but I am old. Just needed to get to a point where it starts to be reconciled, you know? Like really just needed to get reconciled. Make it all make sense. Because I'm also just, I'm not at the point to get rid of it entirely. Are you really old because you're bald? You're 25? Well, I think are you bald by choice? I think that's the... Oh, you were balding by 19? I feel that, man. This started... I blame my wife. Because, you know, I had luscious locks when we first started dating. And then, you know, when we started dating at 18, and it just started to disappear from there. So, like, it's the only thing that I can really truly correlate. I know she doesn't love that, but yeah, that's all I can really come to. And then now having kids, like I can't imagine that it's getting any better. I really can't. So I mean, we'll see. We'll see how long it lasts. But yeah, I remember asking, because my grandfather passed away. My mom was in high school. But I asked her like, what was his hairline like? Because they say about having your maternal grandfather's genetics for hair. And she said that he had McDonald's arches. So, you know, I got a lot going for me. It's a very promising future ahead. It's only gonna get better from here. Yeah, what's going on, GH? How have you been? We are back indeed. We are all moved. I think the only thing that we have to really do, I have like a checklist. There are some small things, but I think functionally all that we really have left is like decoration stuff. We like got all the big things pretty well knocked out, which has been really good. Big fast out of nowhere, so it's 2 drives where that's happened. Okay. I mean, that's definitely on me. Your ball basically snowed. I feel like there's not much for middle ground these days. Like, I feel like people either have, I'm saying like relative for like an age bracket, right? Like, you've got people that are like just lush with hair, and then you've got people that are like, there's not much middle ground anymore. I feel like people either really have nice heads of hair or they're on the decline like quick. There's not much for the like, yeah, it's just they've got a decent head on them. Finally gonna crack the top 4, but expanded the college football playoffs. Yeah, it's a weird thing, Hurt. Like, they're top 4, but like sometimes it feels like they deserve that ranking, and other times it doesn't. I feel like they should have. They just have. I was at the only game that they've beaten Ohio State under James Franklin as a student, and like, I know they definitely should have won a couple of other times. Felt like that game they really should have won. I got low rolled on it. I feel like they really should have won that one too, and like, I think they just, I don't know. There's like some sort of blocker, and at this point, all I can really think is that it's just a coaching thing. Like, they have issues beating a good Ohio State or Michigan team. But I genuinely think that Ohio State is not as good as their rank would indicate. Now, it'll be interesting to see because, you know, playing Oregon a second time, like historically, I feel like on rematches, it's hard to beat a team twice, which I think is why they give Ohio State the higher percentage chance of winning the conference. But I don't know. I feel like Ohio State are frauds, kind of in the same way that like Bama felt like they're just, like last year. I think Bama, you know, somehow they were finding ways to win when it just felt like they weren't really all that good, you know. If I go with a full lob wedge here, am I gonna get recorded? And I think this wind is going to bite me. I don't love this shot, to be honest. Yeah, I just didn't know how it was gonna come out. 16-inch locks about a year ago. Had to cut them off though, too much maintenance. Yeah, I mean, when you get it that long, like, you really have to be concerned about like getting knots in your hair and like, yeah, really being thorough with like your cleaning routine and like hair care. Like, there definitely is a length where that transitions out of just being long hair to being long hair that you have to maintain. But we make putts now, apparently. Apparently we just sink long bomb after long bomb. Yeah, I had at my longest hair, I always got annoyed with it because people were like, you have, like, they would say that I had the Bieber haircut. But like, my hair was definitely longer. Because I didn't have the like sides that were like flared forward and everything. Like, I had the longer. It was just long, and it started to get to the point where it would like flare out. Oh, you know what? This is probably, they were saying, I think Croaks was saying, do you have a tattoo? get too close to the light and then it starts to reflect off of the back and the green screen, like the chroma key. Chroma key starts to take over. Alright, I'm just gonna try and run this 7 up, I think. Baby slow. It's just going a little bit right. Will it stay though? It will. I put a little bit of roll on it, but I think it hit the fairway, so it got the extra bounce. I'm very curious to see what comes of the new game. Like, I know they've got they announced the announcement essentially, but we haven't heard anything since. So I'm definitely hoping that we get some more news soonish. But if it is coming in the turn of the new year, it wouldn't surprise me if they wait until like early December or something to maybe start teasing when they're going to tease info. Like, they draw this stuff out way too much, unfortunately, but there's nothing we can do about it. A little bit fast, which is gonna bring that thing back left. Mikey, what up, dude? Welcome back for 8 months. How you been, brother? Hope you enjoy your faces once more. Honestly, guys, the turnout tonight has been chef's kiss. I owe that all to you. I told no one that we were streaming today. There was absolutely no warning given. I've barely been around in any streams. I think I told Hemo after like a month and a half, what had been going on IRL. So for you guys to all show up tonight just from Twitch and Discord notifications, or just from browsing Twitch and being like, oh my word, really freaking cool. I hit a little fern. I actually think that was the right I think that was the right read. Here for the lasers? Well, Mikey, we almost I think we almost hit an albatross on the second hole of this round. So 20th hole of the stream, almost albied. Almost had to pull nipple lasers out upon return. That would have been something. I mean, I think you just have to retire, right? Like, how do you top that? Go away for 2 months, hit an albatross, and then what? Where do we go from here? What do you do once you've achieved peak gaming? There we go. There we go. Feels good to hit inputs. Still freaking got it. How about that? Retire? I think I should. I think I should, Doctor. I don't know what's happening, but yeah. Turns out sometimes the time off is kind. I mean, other times you still hit big fast, but like, all things considered, we've been playing some pretty good golf. I hit an OB on the first hole to put up a bogey, otherwise we'd be 10 under through 10 on Elite. That's not too shabby, if I say so myself. But it certainly helps that we've been actually like making putts. Like, that goes a very, very long way. Towering shot. Tight. I mean, what even is this? Feeling it, Mr. Krabs. Feeling it. Okay. I will say the tee shots have been the ones that are erring on the fast side, so there's probably something just with the rhythm of that. It gets it a little... What was the cup? This cup? BB-8? Or are we talking about the golf cup? Because that's just a normal golf cup. Nothing fancy about it. Yeah, it's a BB-8 cup. I've been rocking that for a while now, I think. My wife went to Disney a few years ago, and she saw that and was like, I'm gonna get that for him. Makes for a good talking piece. Also turns out that my nearly 2-year-old son likes it as well, so, you know. Now she's like, if I go back to Disney, I'm gonna have to, she's gonna have to get another cup for him. There's one of those bad tempos. Alright, so this is gonna drift slowly left. That might be under hit. I say it's gonna come just back to the left at the end, but I don't think I hit it enough. Thumb slipped. 2-year-old already? Yeah, he's almost 20 months. So, I mean, not quite 2 years, but yeah, time's a flying. Time is absolutely flying. That's fast. That was real bad. I could feel that one coming. Yeah, Busey, it's like, it's absolutely wild. It's absolutely wild, like, just how quickly they grow up. Like, I mean, kid's running around. He's a chatterbox. So smart. Just feels like every day kid keeps getting smarter. I mean, obviously he has his days and stuff where he's a grump, but I think every kid has that. We started weaning off of the pacifier though, and naturally, like the day after he said goodbye to the pacifier, he got a cold. So that was like really, really fun, you know? Nothing like trying to get your kid to sleep without any sort of comfort and like noses running and coughing. Yeah, it's a good time. That is one thing. I feel like kids they just get sick, man. I don't know. He's not even like going to daycare. That was thumb slip. He's not even going to daycare or anything, so like I don't know where the frequency of sickness comes sometimes. I mean, I guess it's just being out and about and touching things, and because they're always putting their hands in their mouth. Ooh, that almost dipped low. I'm glad I moved that. Alright, well, it turns out, you know, you start to miss some tempos and your scores begin stopping, huh? Funny how that works. So do you just go for it? I think so, right? I don't know why that's been the case, but that is my drive right now. But to be fair, that's fairway. So gotta look at things on the bright side here. We're gonna just try and hop this a little bit short and check it. Yeah, hitting the fast. Big swing at the end. Yeah, it's like on the one hand, like definitely just trying to stay chill with it and not really worry too much about score, but on the other hand, like swinging it pretty, I mean, like I would say all things considered, playing fairly well. I mean, definitely would say holding my own. I don't know what level of expectation one should have with not playing for a bit. I mean, I don't think should have much expectation, so I would say that this is going pretty well. I mean, like, having some good tempos and having some good golf shots is a heck of a way to be. Alright, let's see here. We got 186. Just kind of plop the 7 down, hop, and I think maybe you ride that and give it just a little bit more. Let's see here. This is gonna go swing around. A little bit fast, but that'll help with the draw. Might put too much distance on it though. Yeah. I tried to put the draw with the just to ride with the wind a little bit, but hit it fast and hit it 101, and just at that point you just start adding a lot of distance. Alright, so you're gonna tap this over. I don't know what that bump in the middle is gonna do. That's kind of the tough part here. I need to go left. It didn't bite left enough. Oh, I left it short. Not a bad read. Really not all that bad, I don't think. Alright, 18th hole. What do we got here? I mean, this is just give it a little bit of juice. Try and cover this bunker, but be just left enough that you don't feed out into the right side rough. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. But now you're kind of in awkward territory. I think you have to take the lob wedge. I know this is going to be a little bit on the long side, so I mean, you've got to reel it back like 10 yards or so. A little fast. Just gonna leave it out to the left. And not too shabby distance, but you just gotta make the putt. 9-footer. Touch of break left to right, send her home. Easy, buddy. Okay, so, I mean, 3 eagles, which maybe on the absurd side, I don't know. But again, like, it's top 15 single round score for both, and we started this one out with a bogey. Bogey with an OB, which is effectively birdie, right? Because you added 2 strokes. So, I mean, put it at 15 under. That's 2 rounds that effectively were one stupid mistake away from top 6 scores. So, yeah, I would say that we're in pretty good shape. That is not too shabby in the slightest. Fire me right up. Also, so a couple of questions. So obviously we need to make sure that we get quality options again on future streams. So I know today we're rocking just the 1080p 60 version, which is what it is. I'll try and make sure that we have all the transcoding and stuff come tomorrow. But other than that, has there been any issues as far as the stream is concerned? Because this is new lighting. I'm on Wi-Fi now, which is unfortunate, but is just the way that it's got to be. Because the internet in our new house, the connection comes into my bedroom. And that bedroom is down below me, and I'm not running a wire up through the floor, ceiling, floor, whatever. That's just not gonna happen. Also, the fact that this is not going to be my permanent stream room, because at some point we're gonna have more kids, and this room is gonna get moved, and we're gonna have to finish our basement and put in an office. So I have an office space, and we have bedrooms for kids and the guest room and stuff, because it's basically, we've got 3 bedrooms upstairs. So we've got my son's room, a guest room, and then this room that I'm using as an office / stream room. But I have a second kid. Now you've got nursery, son's bedroom, guest bedroom. Then you have a third kid. Now you've got a nursery and 2 bedrooms, and then office pretty well has to be downstairs. Probably just have like an air mattress or something, or an old mattress that we pull out from storage or something if we have family over, so they stay in the basement. Weird problem, been playing Gloff. Gloff is just one that we fall back on. I don't know, man. Thought it was a bit Let's just imagine a world here for a second, Doctor, where we take 2 months off of stream, and then I come back and I just never play golf again. We go back to 2017. I just start playing Dark Souls 3, and nobody knows what's happening anymore. People be like, and like, better yet, just try and play Dark Souls 3, try and redo like the same challenge runs, like act like the no-hit runs aren't where they're at. You know, like go back in time, but then just like also make it like this weird alternative universe where all the things that have happened in Elden Ring and stuff just don't exist. Like Dark Souls 3 DLC just came out not that long ago. People are still doing any percent runs. There's barely anybody that's done it. The God Run isn't even a concept yet. You know, people are just doing like all bosses runs. Gino's just starting to do all the crazy stuff. Just live in this alternative universe where it's like, this guy lives in 2017, 2018, whatever is like the latest point in time, has no idea what else is going on in the world. So different now compared to back then too. I believe it. I mean, you've had it's like the same thing. Like they keep finding. Obviously, I know it's different in that like they're not glitch hunting and stuff, but yeah, you draw the comparison to like Dark Souls 1 speedruns and things of that nature, and you've got people that are just they're running it and they're discovering new glitches, and like routes are changing, strats are changing. Yeah, I mean, it's similar things happen with the no-hit runs. It's just new strats are developed, things become way more consistent. As far as I'm aware, now I don't know if it's the same thing with DS3, but I know with Elden Ring and stuff, the whole like no sorcery, no magic, no whatever, like some of those like very things that I always said were very arbitrary and didn't matter to me either way. But the things that were always like part of the arbitrary rule set are like nobody cares anymore. From what I can tell, it's like if it's in the game, you can use it as long as you're not like exploiting something unintended. Spook and Hidden Body, I mean, the earlier no-hit runs were that much more challenging, obviously because of less refined strats, but because you didn't have some of those things that make it just a little bit easier, right? No spook, no hidden body, you didn't have like people, not that it was banned, but people weren't using the white branch and stuff. Like they're in the game. I feel like that started to kind of shift with, was it when Otz was doing the DS2 all bosses stuff? It was like you have to use it in order to have enough damage to do it, and that I feel like it kind of started with there. The seeds were getting planted, and then Elden Ring came out, and people were just like, "This stuff's in the game, and a lot of this stuff's busted." And then like you think back to like some of the old Dark Souls 1 speedruns where like it's not the fastest strat anymore, but you would have like the Dark Bead route, and like at the end, I mean, like you would just have these ridiculous magic builds that you're just decimating the bosses with, you know. So I think there started to be a shift, and like you get more people involved in it. And I think that's the other big thing, is like how large the Souls, I guess at this point you just call it like the FromSoft community has gotten. Like when I was doing Dark Souls 3 no-hit runs, like you knew everybody, and then just like as time has gone on, that game has maintained a high, like those games have maintained a high level of popularity, and Elden Ring just like shoved the masses into it. So you would have, you know, new people that came onto the scene within that, and then the spheres of influence grew, and you have more people that are, you know, in all of that and talking and what, like all of a sudden it's like, why, like people really start to push like, why is this a rule, or like why does it matter? And I think that's fair. I mean, it definitely changes the difficulty, but at the same time it's like it is a functional dev intended like feature of the game. So to say no, you can't use it is kind of like a, or your run isn't valid, or it's not the same as like a, what? That'd be like in this game, like it's not on the default set, so you can't use hybrids, but like hybrids are in the game. Obviously it's not the same level of effect, but it's kind of that, what? Like it's, I don't quite follow why that's like just not allowed. I don't know. All right, so I think we got one more ad break here, so we're gonna let the ads run. Everybody take a quick little stretch break, and then I guess we'll play Kinetic. We'll try and just keep the good golf rolling. Just keep chilling, chatting. It's been a pleasure to be back. Appreciate each and every one of you being here. Run some ads, and we'll get back into it. Alright, should not be too much time left here on the ads, which is good. And this time it should work. I'm putting faith in it that we got the bot set up right. Because now we're not hiding Spotify, which does functionally nothing, so. Come on, disappear, trigger it, flip it off. It's supposed to go bye-bye. Great. Alright, well, I put faith in it and it didn't do anything. So I'll have to do some more testing with it because, I mean, the only thing I can think is something is not, I don't know if it's the delay or if the action, because it's enabled. Not always run, not random. Q secret, I mean it's always run even if Q is paused. Q default. I mean, I don't know. Is anybody familiar with, I mean, I guess this is probably a very specific question. Is anybody familiar with the streamer bot like actions? Because this is the Twitch scene ad break hidden. Test. See, like, the test works, so there's just something about the actual, because the source becomes visible, so I know that that part's working. Tizzy, get in there with the follow. Oh, and then got it. And then smart detection. Well, it's definitely an interesting thing having the auto mod queue up, because I've also like kind of reconfigured my dashboard a little bit. So I have the ads manager and the auto mod queue. Yeah, what's going on, Map? Good evening, good evening. Enter a variable, yeah, the ad length, milliseconds, something seems to be off with that. Run action immediately, yeah. So like, that action should be correct, because that's the sub action. Yeah, I'll have to do some testing with it. We learning. At least it pops it up. That's half the thing. Now we just gotta get it to go away. How have you been, Map? Good to see you, dude. Alright. I'm like losing my place of where the different screens and stuff I have are. Also, this streamer bot definitely seems to be a lot better and more consistent, just for like some of the chat stuff than the other bot that we were trying to use. Because before, what was it, the Caster Labs bot, I think it was. Alright, let's see what we got here. Green teas, low, firm, and default. Completely lost my train of thought. That's cool. That's cool. Alright. This very much so, I don't know if it's the pine straw or just the color scheme. Get some Augusta kind of vibes out the gate. Internet company is a hassle right now. That's never fun, man. I will say so far things have been good, and that's a pretty crazy statement for me to say because I am now stuck with Xfinity, and I have historically had very bad experiences with Comcast. That being said, they actually have fiber here, which is definitely a plot twist when it comes to Comcast. Normally, it's the reason you have so many issues is because it's crappy old DSL networks that aren't maintained well, and you just never really know what you're gonna get out of it. I don't know if this is gonna break a ton or not. Oh, it is gonna break exactly like I thought. Okay, good job, me. Hopefully no issues with connection after this week, hopefully. Yeah, connection issues suck, and like I had been spoiled for the past couple of years because I had Fios, and I don't think I ever had any issues with Fios unless there was like an outage for the entire area. Oh, big fast. It's gonna hit the tree. No. Networks like the downhill putt, unreliable. Yeah, the DSL networks are something horrendous. So yeah, I'll definitely say quite fortunate. Quite fortunate that Comcast actually has fiber here, which was definitely unexpected. Okay, that apparently caught a ton of tree because that went absolutely nowhere. So yeah, they came, installed a new fiber line, so there's still cable laying in my yard. They said they're gonna come out another time, and I think in early December to actually bury it. But I mean, so far that's meant that the internet's actually been good, and I mean, I would think that even though it's Comcast, with it being fiber, there shouldn't be issues. Unless there's some sort of like major... that's a bad fast. Unless there's some sort of like major issue with things, there shouldn't be the just like random internet dropout, I would think. I mean, obviously we're gonna be really putting that to the test. You know, streaming at prime time multiple nights a week, like we're gonna find out. Real quickly, just how stable. I am making so many long putts tonight. I mean, I'm not gonna complain about it. It's just really weird. But like, maybe, just maybe, we're becoming a better putter. Which in a lot of ways makes no sense because I haven't been playing, but you know, we're not gonna question these things too much, I don't think. No, I was aiming so far left, you know, I just really wasn't sure how that foot lie off the tee was gonna play. Can you imagine? It's not often though that you see those not flat tee boxes on TGC. That was pretty good, by the way. We've had a couple of near albies that I would call a relatively near ace. Just some real solid golf shots around these parts this evening, which is quite surprising. Yeah, so I would say overall stream has gone pretty dang well. I mean, obviously, like I flip-flop my monitors and stuff, so there's a lot of weird in that regard. But like, I think the only thing is I gotta figure out making the ads break pop-up that I have disappear when it's over. But I made it automatically pops up when it starts, which is good. And I think the other thing is making sure we have transcoding. I know Not was asking about it earlier. I don't know when the AV1 stuff is available. I also don't know, like, because we're streaming like capture card content most of the time. I guess in theory, you know, should be able to handle processing things on my graphics card myself. Oh, a little bit firm. But as far as like, oh, that's the first one we missed low. But as far as like, if we were to stream anything on PC, I don't know if I mean, even though I have a 3070 Ti, I just don't know if it's capable of 1080-60 streaming as well as gameplay. Like, that's definitely pushing it quite a bit. Hey, Atola. Game is dead. Yeah, I mean, definitely not wrong about that. I mean, we're what? It's end of 2024, so 2K23 game comes out end of 2022. I mean, we're over 2 years into the game cycle for a sports game. Yeah, which are normally single year cadences. Golf goes historically, not with EA games of past, but like the 2K games have been bi-yearly things, and they're just not even, they're pushing this one back. Supposedly we're getting it first quarter of next year, or I guess it's like their third quarter, whatever, or their fourth quarter. But we're supposed to get a new game between January and March next year, from what I understand. That'll definitely bring people back to it. But yeah, I mean, the people that are left playing at this point are fairly diehard about it. So I do not disagree that the game is dead. The game's been dead for a while. I'm just one of the weird ones that very much so still enjoys a dead game. Almost chipped one in. Eat corn on the cob, the long way attention deficit. The rumors of my demise have been greatly exaggerated. These are false claims. There is no supporting evidence. I ate my corn on the cob, standard, typewriter style. Although I don't ding it, and yeah, I don't return carriage. I was imagining somebody eating corn on the cob. Ding. That'd be a little bit much. Although you would definitely get people's attention at the dinner table if you started pulling shenanigans like that. You do that. Yeah, you know, some people have the little like the little prongs, right? The like corn on the cob holders. You know what I'm talking about? A lot of times like a little nub with like two things you stick into the end to make your fingers not covered in butter. And also if it's hot, you know, you can burn your mouth but not your fingertips. There's gotta be one that's got like a return carriage on it, so you can just ding it. Maybe just install like a bell or something, I don't know. So Looney Tunes corn. Yeah, return carriage, but you also eat it at like a crazy quick speed. Just absolutely chomping down. little bit fast. I did put some bite on it, so that was one concern, was getting that a little bit too short and then spinning it down the hill. Definitely did not want to have that happening. Alright, we're gonna give this guy a little tap tap taparoo. You just gotta make sure on those that you leave time for it to still break, even though it feels like maybe it's not gonna break so much. Man, designers just are infatuated with, like, let me put a par 3 somewhere between 220 and 240 yards, because, like most people like me, I think it's just an inherent gap in their bag. Oh, but that's decent. That could be nice. Oh, man. Tell you what, we can still hit some pretty nice golf shots. That's what's been very apparent to me this evening and has been quite feels good, man, is 2 months away from the game and we're hitting some shots like that. Like, that feels good to the extreme. What does not feels good to the extreme is that I have to lay up on this tee shot on a par 5. So, like, come on, designer. What are you doing to me? Like, why? Why you gotta be that way? I mean, I guess I can still get there into... certainly in a weird spot with the trees. Am I hitting something a little... That punchy 3-wood feels like it's gonna be too rolly, but punchy hybrid ain't enough. So, like, let's... I'm gonna try and punch. This is science. I hit it fast, and nice. I de-lofted it into a tree. Just trying to stay below trees, and I went low enough to find a different tree. Solid. I guess one might call that getting a little bit too cute with it. Hop and a skip. And we can still get this one in there for Laybird. Laybird right in the center. Yeah, putting's definitely feeling a bit more improved. Now, I don't know if we're just on simpler greens, but there's definitely been something about the way that I'm visualizing things. A little bit fast, and that's gonna hang us. Although, looking at that, I mean, even if I hit that perfect, you would have had to have overpowered that to find the green. Oh, we hit the perfect, little check. Got the touch. We just still have the touch. I mean, come on now. Come on now. That's a little slow. Not as slow as I thought. So what? I mean, you get this curling around, get a nice little kick out to the right. We're in business, baby. We're in business. So I think the, like, I guess the big question going forward here as far as, like, stream content is concerned, like, I think it's fine these first couple days here to, just kind of get our bearings again, just chill and play some rounds, but I think we're gonna have to find, definitely have to find a cadence again. So that's probably going to involve, like, I think maybe playing, like, new courses, like doing course playthroughs and stuff. I think that would also give some YouTube videos. I mean, we're gonna get back into TGC rounds at some point, and I think getting into the sweat of that'll kind of get us on a rhythm of things too. Ooh. Ooh. Little eagle. But yeah, I mean, it may well be that we get back to doing some of those challenge runs that we were doing. Try and do some more impossible challenge attempts. Because I think we had left off that we had finished a couple of impossible challenges. I think Central Park, or maybe something different was the last one that we completed. I know some people like to do it where they, like, for YouTube, like, just upload each attempt and make each attempt a separate thing. I kind of like that we would, like, grind them out to try and beat them. But maybe we try some of those, like, some other challenges as well. I think we're going to have some sort of structured, like, this is the challenge that we're working on in addition to some of the other stuff. Because, I mean, otherwise, I think you're just going to inherently run into some stagnation, and maybe there's some room for doing some we've been peppering a few of these hole outs, whether it be albatrosses, aces, hole out, eagle. We've been flirting with it, that's for sure. Yeah, but I think there's definitely some I don't know. There's only so much, in my opinion, at least for me, that I can do with just, like, playing the casual rounds, because I feel like when you're just on the casual rounds, you need it to be, like, at a point where, like, everybody's just, like, there's just conversation going, which, like, sometimes there is going to be, but to do full, say, 3.5, 4 hour streams where you're just shooting the shit and, like, just chatting, hanging out for hours on end, like, that's a very hard thing for anybody to do. You have to have a very particular environment set up to be able to, I think, do that successfully. Oh no! Oh wow! It's stuck. But I think to do that successfully without having more structured and, like, I don't want to say more engaging, but, or more interesting, because that comes off as, like, a derogatory thing, but, like, I don't know, something a little more structured that there's maybe hype that can get behind. Speaking of hype, Ricky, hello. Arthur, King Arthur is carrying Excalibur. That is why he is your king.